Well, it's nice to know that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree in terms of sibling sleepiness. Hey there guys, my name is Blake, also known as The Nerd, and welcome back to another episode of Hatsune Miku Project Mirai DX. Last time we had a cool time. Okay, it's not the last episode, please let me have this fun for once. With Snowman and Invisible, and don't worry, we didn't disappear anywhere, because we stayed in the game, and we talked about Gumi, and we had Len on for a little bit. I say a little bit because this episode, yes, we're gonna change the Vocaloids afterwards. Just a little bit of a spoilers. But before we do that though, let's jump into the Wailing games, because one of them is not invisible, but Gaikotsu Gakudan to Lilia, or in English, Skeleton Orchestra and Lilia. Yeah, that title is more creative than Dune on iTunes. Yes, you can actually look up Skeleton Orchestra and Lilia, and it'll be available on iTunes. And when you look up Sand Planet on iTunes, it only shows you an English cover, and you need to look up Dune in order to get the actual version. What? Is Apple afraid of really creative titles not selling well, so they have to go with the most boring, generic title out there? I don't care if it is actually another official name for Sand Planet. Sand Planet sounds so much better, especially on iTunes. Apple, you're missing an opportunity here. Anyways though, button mode. This particular, actually no, I don't want to do button mode, I want to do tap mode. Because both of these are 6. And this song is known for being kind of difficult even on normal mode, if I remember. But this song is about Miku and her skeleton band that welcomes you to Lilia's bizarre and distant land where all sound have been lost. Or where all sound has been lost, but you know what I mean. Man, I lost focus I was gonna say. Because all my thoughts went down with the bones. Oh, that was just so bad. That was bad. That really didn't tickle my funny bone. Let's just start. I'm actually pretty nervous about how I'm gonna do on normal mode here in tap mode. Could be good, could be bad, who really knows? All I'm saying is, we'll be pretty in the end. Crap! Ah! There's SP already missed. Oh, I slid the other way in preparation and it caught me. This is gonna be the first A rank! I'm calling right now, this is gonna be the first A rank we've gotten on normal. It's something about this song, it's like so fast that I can barely catch up for some reason, and I mess up sometimes. Okay, normally I would reset that, but I knew that I wasn't going to do as well, so I figured not really worth the reset. It's going to be A, isn't it? Oh no, S. Okay. Thank goodness it wasn't A then. I did miss 6 of those SPs, which isn't that great, to be honest. Really could have done a little bit better in terms of that, but me getting an S, I'm actually pretty shocked about that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty shocked about that. He was thinking, okay, it's definitely going to be A. I missed a lot. I have 15 misses that whole time, 6 saves, 8 sads. That seems like A potential, but I guess the game felt generous and decided to give me an A. Now, I don't have any interesting trivia for this one, but I will say in Future Tone it's a bit different. Towards the third, I don't know what you call it, like, the climb, well, after the second time of the chorus, the third verse, instead of it being like grayscale and whatnot, in Future Tone it's just pitch black. Well, no, it's not pitch black. You see Miku, but the background is black. But speaking of, I don't know if this is actually official or whatnot, but if it is, it's actually really cool. But I do like the fact that the skeletons have like this 1920s jazz look, and everything almost feels 1920, and on top of that, Miku has like this dress that is like red and black, kind of, like some sort of death dance, and also kind of reminds me of the Day of the Dead. I forgot how to pronounce it in Spanish. Post it down below, because for whatever reason, before I record, I like remember things off the spot. But whenever I record, it's like I kind of have it and then I forget it. You ever get that feeling whenever you record stuff, if you actually record like Let's Plays or videos or whatnot? Because now I'm like, Dioses Muertos! That's what it is! See? And then I like remember it like in the last second. I don't know what that is, but it's happened to me a lot of times this Let's Play. I don't know if you noticed this or whatnot, but it's kind of happened. But I do like that. I also do like the fact, again, it's 1920s. And you can tell it's also 1920s because one of Miku's dances throughout the thing is actually some part of the Charleston for the 1920s. So it's nice to see that there's 1920s inspirations, because honestly, one of my favorite periods to look at is the 1920s alongside the 1930s, specifically 1930s with their cartoons, because man, those cartoons are good. Those cartoons are good. Like, don't make me wrong, I love me some anime, but I love cartoons the most. Like, especially the old cartoons. You'll find me watching a lot of those. Yes, in case you were wondering if I'm a weeaboo or not, me saying I like 1930s cartoons more should definitely prove that I'm not 100% weeaboo, probably maybe like 45. Who knows? But I find that really cool that they pay tribute to the 20s and Dioses Muertos, if that's the case. If it is, it's a really nice combination, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways though, we need to move on to our next song over here that unfortunately has nothing, well actually it does have skeletons in it, what the heck am I talking about? It is, and I quote, ARIFURETA SEKAI SEIFUKU, or Common World Domination. I remember these Japanese names so well because I played it so many times in Minute 39 and on my own time that I just know the Japanese names right off the bat. I'm not even kidding. It's worth noting that it does have a super hard difficulty, and like with Invisible, yeah, it's pretty brutal. I don't know if I'll show that up as well, but just take my word for it if I don't. It's pretty brutal, even though I've never played it on super hard difficulty, let alone just hard difficulty itself. Now, on tab mode is a 5. Well, I might as well, since I did both the songs last episode on button mode, might as well make use of the tap screen and just use tap mode as well. Plus, it's a 5 anyway, so one step down ain't the end of the world. But not as numbers on this one as I was with Skeleton, Orchestra, and Lilia, I'm not gonna lie. But regardless, let's see how well we do. Yes, I love sentences. Sentences, how do they work? Nice futuristic looking holographic skull. That changes colors. I love that. Again, so used to Future Tone, where it just starts right now. Or does it? Oh. Maybe it starts later on too in Future Tone, and I could just be mistaken. hope that wasn't an SP when I did the slide thing. Well, not the slide thing, when I did the you're missing. Because if it was, it doesn't matter, but still! Right. Talking over things ruins things. For me, at least in conflict. Oh, I see what is wrong with that other one. I did the first time, but then kind of failed to do the other times? That's weird. Because you're supposed to slide it and then tap it. I did that perfectly on my first run. Why did I fail to do that like 2 other times? That's weird. You're lucky, game. This is late end of the song. Ah! You see what I mean? I slid that the right way, but for whatever freaking reason, the song thinks I slid that in the wrong direction when clearly I did not. That happened to me a lot of times in lots of labs. That is why I failed so many times in the demo for lots of labs. Because the game couldn't decide that I was sliding the right way when I totally wasn't. I'm fully aware that could have been like a little slight error on my end, and my hand could have accidentally slid the other way. When I was trying to slide the other way, maybe it kind of detected that a little bit. But still, that is pure bullshit. Wow, that's like 3 episodes I had to censor some stuff. Oh my gosh. That was a nice big fire with spit on my computer. But you guys have seen that right up in person. Or, ugh. That's been quite a while since that last happened. And I'm glad I caught that on camera, or at least for you guys to see, at least. Unless I showed it up in the bloopers, but that's irritating. That's actually really irritating. I don't know why that is, but oh well. Letting go. Letting go. There's only one song. That does it. At least it kind of makes sense with the speed, at least, unlike in lots of love where it's kind of slow. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's all good. You know what else is all good? Me talk about how it has a different PV in Mirai 2, much like Invisible has. You guys are seeing it right now because, unfortunately, I haven't really seen it. I haven't downloaded it yet, I haven't seen it. Good to know I'm way ahead of times in terms of me seeing the PVs beforehand, but has skeletons, has the module we've seen, as far as I know. I think it's also not that animated, I could be wrong. What it also has, and it is also available in this version, those little, not Miku, but also Miku things. I don't know if you could see, it was kind of like rocking out with Miku and dancing and whatnot. That's actually Pinocchio-P's mascot. It's kind of cool that it's actually 3D rendered, so kind of a nice little touch, and especially for like vocalized, or not vocalized, but for the artist to have the little mascot animated like that. It's actually kind of cool, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna head back to my room because oh man, that was quite a journey. That was quite a journey. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, we can actually get the SEIFUKU outfit right now, but Len. Much like with Rin. Well, Rin had 1 episode to herself. Luca had like a few, and then Miku had like 10 episodes to herself, but the others, yeah, we need to start bringing them in. So, we're gonna start out with Maiko, and I don't have much I can put in. I guess I'll put you in Japonica as well. Miku and Maiko can share the same Japonica. I think they share the same things as well. Oh no! That was completely different for each Vocaloid. Right. But speaking of, I think I got stuff I can put in here I have not put in here yet. Alright, everyone's getting a Mirai fortune box, except for Miku. Makes sense. We're on here anyways. And then... we'll actually make hers blend in with the whole theming and whatnot. Mine is this. Maiko will put a trim in here, so it's almost similar to Miku's, I guess. And then why not? You can also have a furnace right there. You can have a furnace right there. I didn't give Len the stuff I gave him. Alright, I purchased for him, did I? Well, Maiko, you're also getting Len's food, because I forgot to feed him. Because I forgot to feed him. But the subject I want to talk about alongside hanging out a little bit with... Oh, I did not get the outfit. Well, I guess I'm doing that. I am going to talk about what I'm going to be talking about in this episode as well, alongside playing the 2 songs. And that is the development and the promotion of the game. I'll start first up with the development. And believe it or not, there really isn't... Actually, I'm going to buy this outfit. This is the best one for Maiko. The best one. It's all glittery and shiny. But in terms of development for the game, not much is known about it, especially with Project Mirai. However, there was an interview, both in a book and with Satoru Iwata, in which the creator actually mentions about the development in terms of the models. Originally, the Project Mirai series, or at the time before it was even called Project Mirai, I think, just a Miku game on the 3DS, was going to use the same models as the Project Diva games. Interesting to know. So it could have been a Project Diva game, or it could have been Project Mirai. However, due to the 3DS's hardware not being as strong as the PSPs, or back in the days when the PSP didn't exist, I think, actually, no. PS Vita actually might have been around, but in case of the PS Vita, no, not PS Vita, the PSP, it wasn't a strong... I think the 3DS is like a PlayStation, or is it like an N64 in terms of its hardware? Because the hardware wasn't as strong, they decided to go with the Nandroids. They actually had to get permission from the Nandroid company in order to use the Nandroids for the game. And that is where Project Mirai was born. Project Mirai DX, Project Mirai, and Mirai 2. We have not seen the Funky Juice before, but that's all we know in terms of development. And actually, now I'm like talking about it more, it would have been interesting to see this as a Project Diva game on the 3DS. Granted, if it actually turned out to be a Project Diva game on the 3DS, I can't imagine it wouldn't look as well. Plus, I imagine it'd be pretty freaking laggy with the Project Diva modules and whatnot, and probably less of a... It probably wouldn't look as good as it does here within Mirai DX. So I'm actually really glad they went with the Mirai model, but it's crazy to think that it could have had at least a Project Diva game on the 3DS, and just a Nintendo console in general. It's never happened before. It really hasn't. And it feels like every PlayStation exclusive had to stay PlayStation exclusive because either Nintendo's license rights or some other mishaps and whatnot with some things. I don't know, really, I'm not really a developer, so I couldn't really say much about that sort of information. I'm just saying whatever I feel like saying in terms of that, because again, I don't really know much about it. If they were actually wanting to make a Project Diva game, makes sense that they couldn't do it, because 3DS hardware limitations unfortunately kind of messes some things up in terms of that. But I feel like nowadays, since the Nintendo Switch has been released, I think Project Diva on the Switch, now more than ever, is an even bigger possibility than it ever was before. Because the Switch has greater, like, multiplied. Wow. Speaking of multiply, she definitely multiplied me with that move. The process of all that is even bigger than that of the 3DS. So, Project Diva on the Nintendo Switch, I say that's a huge possibility. And I honestly would be surprised if they didn't announce anything within the Switch's lifetime. I'm not sure if they announce anything this year, or if they want to wait years down the line in order to do that, but within, like, the Switch's lifeline. It would make sense if they announce something now for the Nintendo Switch, since it is the Project Diva series' 10th anniversary this year, if they were to do something like that. It honestly would. But Sega's instruction, that's who really knows? I know they're releasing Team Sonic Racing, and that was kind of delayed for a bit. Okay. We got a long way to go with this one then, apparently. We definitely do. Okay, you know what? I'll need to do something about this first. I was gonna say, let's do something about that real quick, but luckily not. Please, actually, don't do what I think you're doing. But I really do hope, in the near future, they do announce something for Switch in terms of Miku, because Miku really needs a game on Nintendo Switch. I won't stop bothering Sega about that on Twitter, even though I don't think they'll actually listen to me. I'm still going to do it anyways because I want to be vocal about that sort of thing because it really needs to happen on the Switch soon. But another subject I want to talk about is the promotion of this. Now, in terms of Japan, it's been promoted everywhere, and there's been a lot of promotions for not only Mirai DX, but Mirai in general. There was Mikudai meeting Luigi. There was specific DJ times. I'm not really sure. I've just seen a video of it where Mikudayo was seen DJing with Luigi and Mario and Hatsune Miku in a costume format, like the actual walk-around costumes. So that was one of the ways Mirai was promoted. Another way was with a series called Together with Mikudayo. The material was used specifically to promote Mirai 2, however, it was used here in North America to promote Mirai DX, and so far, this is the only way Mirai DX was promoted here in North America was through that. But basically, to sum that up in a nutshell, it was the host, I don't remember her name, and Mikudayo announcing and showing some aspects of the game, like songs that can be used, modules. Dang, that was really good. I'm glad I did that. Gosh, that was so good I don't remember what I was going to say. But yeah, he showed a little bit of the game, and then it cut down to a random Mikudayo segment. Yeah, it's really strange, but it's Japan, what you can do. Everyone should know this by now. But it's kind of interesting that they went that route for promotions, and especially with Mirai DX. It kind of makes sense too, since Mirai DX is pretty much the same as Mirai 2, minus one song. But that only ran for 3 episodes, and they are available on YouTube. So if you actually did want to check them out, you could actually do that. What you're seeing right now, I think it's only one particular episode. There are, again, 3 episodes, and if you do want to check them out, I'll provide you guys with a link where you can go check it out. It's either going to be in the top right corner for all 3 of the episodes. I might have made a playlist, or if you want to search it up, it's called, I mentioned it, but, Moments with Mikudayo. There I go again! Like, not remembering anything about the game, or not the game, the video and what it's called, but I did mention it earlier. Just look it up on Google, or not Google. You can Google it as well, but you can also look it up on YouTube as well in case you're interested in checking it out. I highly recommend it. It's weird, but it's a Japan kind of weird. You know how Japan is. It's interesting to look at, but it's also weird at the same time. Just like how there was a commercial with... Really? I can't do anything about that? Wow. Not much space, eh? This is definitely going to be something here, but... I don't know if there's also another weird thing with Miku. All of you Vocaloid fans or Miku fans might remember the Family Mart commercial. Oh gosh, not again. This always happens every time we record. I don't have any valid plays. You guys might remember the Family Mart thing where Miku walks into the grocery store, or some guy walks into the grocery store, Miku sings the Family Mart jingle. I think at one point, the guy has like some erection or something like that. It looks like he has an erection. Like, I'm gonna screen cap the face, and it looks like he has some sort of erection. I'm also gonna get dominated here. Oh my gosh! I don't know! I really need to think before I speak, because that sounded really wrong! I'm sorry, Miku. I'm sorry I'm taking way too long. I didn't think I was gonna say that. I really didn't think I was actually gonna say that out loud and not think about it first. Oh. Yeah, it was even worse. Michael's around. Oh my gosh! Stop. Think before you speak, Blake, because that's sounding way too terrible even in my head. Oh, so sorry. This is why it's rated everyone 10 and up. Yet the commentary right now is T for T. If only my head wasn't in the gutter that time. But I guess with that, we're done with Maiko in this episode of Hatsune Miku Project Mirai DX. Oh man. Well, join me next time in which we don't have dirty thoughts, for sure, but we also again do more songs and maybe bring in the last Vocaloid, since we still got a long ways to go. But speaking of, I'm actually gonna purchase some things for the next time, because I'm gonna be here for a while. Well, it's definitely, you know what I mean, but if there's any episodes you missed, whether from the past or from the future, because I don't really have anything else to talk about, and if I do talk about something else, I'm probably gonna mess it up regardless of what I say, so might as well go over to the usual outro. Make sure you check out the playlist down in the description below, the eye on the top right corner, or the upcoming end slate. You know what? I haven't used Roulette Sushi in quite a while. Let's use that, eh? But with that being said, though, my name is Blake, also known as the Nerd, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. So until we meet again, do remember to think before you speak. That's all I gotta say. But also do remember to take care. Oh, that's embarrassing, kind of.